Right, the next chapter in your theory book is writing on a stave. Now, it's quite a nice short one, but there's lots of information at the top of the page here. So it says notes are written on the lines and spaces of the stave, and the stave is the name that we give to the set of 5 lines that you write on in music. You've got notes that are on lines, so because we've got 5 lines, there are 5 notes that are on lines. And just watch out that when we say a note is on a line, it means that it's sitting on it so that the line is going through the middle of it. It's like you've dropped it from a height onto the line there. And then you've got notes that are in spaces. So there's 4 spaces in between the 5 lines. If notes go higher or lower than the 5 lines, then you need to add extra lines called ledger lines. And you only need one of those at the moment. We won't have any notes that are higher or lower than that. Okay, so there we go, line notes and space notes. When you're writing your notes, you do need to be quite careful that you're not overlapping, you know, a whole line and a space so that it's impossible to tell which note it is. Now we've also got something here about stem direction. So remember that the stem is the vertical line that's attached to minims, crotchets and quavers. And if a note head, the circle bit, is on or below the middle line, then the stems go up, which is the way we're used to seeing them really. And if a note is on or above the middle line, then the stems go down. On the middle line you can choose. Most printers tend to print them going down on the middle line, but that's just convention, it doesn't matter. The reason for that is simply neatness. If you've got notes sort of with stems flying off into space up here, it just starts to look a little bit untidy, and especially when you've got several lines of music, they'd start to overlap each other. Okay, so that's stem direction. So the first exercise, circle the 5 correct notes. I've done the first one for you. The first one is correct. It's got a nice sized note head, it's got a nice straight stem, and it looks neat and tidy on the stave. So I'll leave you to circle the other 4. And then the next exercise, write a semibreve on every line. Oh look, these are the line notes up there. So you're just going to write 1 in each bar. And then here are the 4 space notes. You've got 4 bars, so you're going to write 1 of the space notes in each bar. Moving down to the bottom of the page, exercise 3, add a stem to each note. So we're going to remember what it said at the top of the page about when the stems go up and go down. Okay, here's the note on the middle line, so this is going to be where it changes, and you're going to follow that down. This exercise is similar, except the notes are all mixed up. So this one is below the middle line, so the stem's going to go up, but this one is above the middle line, so the stem's going to come down. So you can complete the rest of those. And then the last exercise, change each note into a quaver. And the reason it's put that in there is because although the stems work the same on the quavers, you can see that it goes up if it's below the middle line. Here, above the middle line, the stem comes down, but then its tail just gets tucked in underneath. I have no idea why. Okay, so, and there you go, there's the middle line note. That's where it's going to change from that shape to that shape. Okay, a nice short chapter for you there.